compressor's making some nasty noises apparently, or not sounding right, so let's turn it on and see what it does. Oh, yep, doesn't sound good. And then we heard the clicks and go. Let's get in to have a look at the start electrics and see what's going on in there. Oh, yeah, we've had a bit of a fire. Start cap, by the look of it, is oh yeah, it's all full of nasty looking oil. Yeah, that's not very good. Hopefully we've got enough bits and pieces to rewire it all. I need some gloves, I think. Got a bee buzzing about in here with us, I think. Anyway, we've done our little diagram, so we can pull all the wires off and then we know how we can rewire it. But looking at it anyway, the start run winding, I think it is, that might be the live, or that might even be the neutral coming in, goes to here, it's onto this the run cap, it's jumped across to the start cap, and then it goes off to the compressor. So you've got all these connections here. It would be much better if that wire was directly on the relay. It doesn't need to go, be looped all through this, and these don't need to be carrying any more current than the capacitors need to be kicking out, really. Anyway, we'll get all the wires pulled off, get the box cleaned out, and we're going to need a 40 microfarad for that. And the start cap is a 145 to 175. And get it all put back together and hopefully it'll run. Right, we've got our new relay. Luckily we had one of the same type in the van. And what I've done, I've put all the connections on here instead of daisy chaining them through the capacitors. So these capacitor wires are only ever going to see whatever current these are kicking out. So 5 is probably our neutral or our live in, then goes on to that terminal and down to the compressor. 2's got our start winding and our run cap. Number 1 is the start cap connection, so there's a relay inside this box, there's a relay between those two connections, so when it starts those two are connected together. On that I give it the 150 and the 40, so give it about 190 microfarads to get it started, and once it's started that relay opens and disconnects the start cap. And then we've got here's our commons, so we've got all our one side of the run cap, one side of the start cap, which is that one, and then we've got our neutral or live in from the box here, and then we've got our compressor connection. So we just put these back in the box sort of tidy, put the amp probe on there and see what it does. Alright, keep fingers crossed. Fans are on a speed control, there we go. Once the head pressure comes up, this is probably going to run for a little bit and then pump down, because the two units would run at the same time, so they would, that one's off, so this one should be off, but it's got to pump down. (17 amps, 16 amps). I don't think these give a run current on the data plate. that's looking good. These are actually built by Fabdec, the milk tank manufacturers. They buy the compressors and the condensers, make their own little chassis up for them. Not a bad little unit, but the compressor electrics could be a bit better. Actually, I might keep running the liquid lines, getting warm. Might be running the ice builder. That's warming up now. If it was pumping down, that shouldn't be getting warm. So let's go over here and have a look. We've got solenoid valves that switch between the tank and the ice builder. Well, actually they're all no, maybe not. It's just pumping down. It's just odd that feels warm. We've got the ice builder turned on now, so that one's fired up. We'll fire this one up again. Just give it a run for 5 or 10 minutes, see what it does while we're packing up. They don't sound any worse than this one. They are quite noisy, those Bristol compressors. They sound like they got a bearing going in one of the fans. I think we've got one of these in stock in the stores. Right, it's made some funny noises, so we've turned it off. Just turn it back on again and see what it does. I can smell something burning. Right, we've checked in there, that all looks okay. We've got the cover off the relay. We'll give it another go and see what it does. Yeah, I hear it chattering. It did sound like it was that relay. Let's see if we've got another one on the van. Got another relay, we'll try that one on there. See if that's any better. The other one was in a box, but it wasn't a Supco box, so I don't know what the history of that is. I might be able to just lost the box, or it might have come off of something. It might have been tried on something else. Anyway, right, we've got our second new relay in there. Let's give that a try. Even that's chattering. I think we're going to have to check the wiring diagram, make sure we've got it wired in right, although I don't think it would work otherwise. Well, we were just sat watching it, and that's the new relay, and that started chattering and then gone pop, and that's actually blown the it's blown the other start cap up. Now that didn't pull any more current while it was doing it. I think we're going to compare the wiring to the other one. This time we don't know whether it's that's faulty or whether the compressor's faulty. Usually once they go in, they're going. We were just about to check the voltage on that connection. Yeah, it's actually fired the little plug out of that. Right, we've got another relay off a Copeland. It's a brand new one I found on the van after a bit more searching. I've got another start cap. I've got that wired in. This one's only got 3 terminals on it, so I'm using this one. That doesn't go anywhere. It's just like a just somewhere for you to join some wires. Same as that one, I think, at the top. So we're just using that at the moment just to keep them connected. If this works, we'll make a proper job of that. This is just a temporary thing. At the moment I'm halfway thinking it might be this relay, or the other half it might be the compressors on the way out. I mean, it could have been my start cap could have been faulty, but well, I know it couldn't have been because that should never be in circuit once the thing's running. So it's got to be either the relay was turning the start cap back into circuit when it shouldn't, or the compressors not that relay senses the voltage on the start winding to know when it's up to speed and when to switch off. So if maybe if the start winding's got a intermittent break in it, it would go open circuit, the relay would drop out, and then that would kick that in. But I don't know. I've not seen anything quite like this before. Usually they either work or they don't once you've changed all the starting gear. This checks out okay. I can't see that being faulty and causing it. Anyway, see what it does. It's making some odd noises. Shouldn't have any current on there at all. There might have been a bit of liquid coming back. Right, I've got that other relay took out and now 4 wires joined together, and I've changed that 40. I didn't have a 40, so I've got a 30 and a 10, and I've put another 50 microfarad start cap in there, and that's got us up to 178, and this one was 175 max, so we're right in the ballpark for that. So see how it goes. Right, it's been running for 20 minutes while I've been packing up, so hopefully it'll keep going. So in the end we put a mechanical relay in instead of one of them Supco ones, and all new capacitors. I've had to put a little washer and a longer screw because the plastic's broken in the box.